Daniel Hunt, aka Dan Can, the People's Realtor, and I am here with my brothers.
Hey, Tommy Wooten putting the woot woot in real estate.
And I'm Luke Jones, the host of the Dallas Home Collection right here in Dallas, Fort Worth.
And today we are going to talk about why it is important to surround yourself with the right people in real estate, right? It's so important for you to be around like-minded individuals. What you got for us today, Tommy?
Yeah, I mean, look, you know, your circle determines your ceiling, right? So a couple questions that I have for you guys. How can someone upgrade their circle immediately?
Wow.
Immediately.
Pronto.
Expeditiously.
Exactly.
Well, I would definitely say the first thing you want to do is to find out, number one, who you are and who you want to be surrounded by, right? And if you need to upgrade your circle, you need to have value to add to others.
Yeah.
Right? Because at the end of the day, we don't all start on top, right? And if you want to have proximity to power, you need to have some type of value to offer. So if you want to upgrade that circle ASAP, go to the people that you want to be surrounded by and show them your value.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Show people the people you want to emulate or be like, right? Yeah, definitely show them your value. You know, I think another way to level up real quick is to kind of look at your immediate circle and ask yourself, you know, would I trade places with these people?
Wow.
Right? You know, or you know, are these people truly like-minded individuals? Like, it's okay to have friends or in this you know, subject, you know, colleagues that, you know, may have different interests, things of that nature. But as far as like mindset, you know, goals, leveling up, like, are we on the same playing field?
Yeah.
You know, and really sometimes you have to have those real hard conversations with yourself.
Yeah.
Not with yourself, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you got to be intentional, right? You don't want to go through life and you're just trying to piece things together on a whim. So, you know, a lot of realtors that work in your real estate offices, and it's probably a good thing for you to take a good inventory of what it is that you're seeing. Yeah. Every real estate office has clicks, right? Take an inventory of what you're seing. We talked about this before. You've always got some old grumpies. You've got
or young old grumpies.
You do. You've got some agents that are seasoned. Every office has their luxury agent. I highly recommend having a look at your local realtor association. Here in DFW, you know, a couple of the big ones, Metro Tex Association of Realtors and Collin County Association of Realtors. To be in these places is when you will really find yourself at board tables and round tables alongside the decision makers and the movers and the shakers. These are the realtors that they volunteer their time for National Association of Realtors, Texas Association of Realtors. They're going to conferences. I highly recommend that if you have never served on a committee or subcommittee at one of these realtor associations, you do it once in your life. Do it once. Go, show up, and see who the decision makers are, and you may broaden your horizons beyond what your brokerage is offering.
That's no, 100%. I think I said this quite a few times on our calls and we meet in group. Like, I feel like the only way you're not going to be successful with us if you're not locked in. I see so many realtors that are just they're just not locked in, and what I mean by that is just show up. It doesn't matter what your numbers are. You know, there's going to be some realtors who have figured it out, right? Yeah. They figured out how to fish and how to attract the fish, how to catch the fish. There's other realtors who are still trying to figure it out, but you'd be surprised the amount of realtors that will want to help you out if they see at least that you locked in, showing up to events, showing up to calls, like showing that you want to be around successful individuals. Now, there are going to be some, because I've been at those brokerages too, where there's going to be some brokerages where they're not trying to help you out.
Yeah.
Like they'd have a very limited mind belief. They don't have that abundance mindset. But there's, especially with us, right, with our group, we're all about, hey, collaboration over competition all day long. And that's the type of people that I choose to be around.
Yeah, that's a huge point. One thing that you really are saying, Dan, is I can't want it for you more than you want it for yourself.
Yeah.
Right? So you have to be a person that's intentional about connecting, intentional about learning, making sure that you're not disappearing, right? Regardless of your production at this time, right? One thing that I notice is, if a person is not seeing success, you will automatically know it if you're a part of their team, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Because they start disappearing. Right? They never hop on the calls.
Yeah.
And like Dan always says, the only way you're not going to be successful as a part of this group is if you're not locked in.
You got to be locked in.
Yeah, man. And when people are not locked in, they disappear.
And with that being said, if you want to know what it looks like to work with us, right? If you want to know what it looks like to be locked in with us, definitely check out the descriptions. We also have information on how you can connect with us pinned to the top of the chat.
Yeah, so as we're helping agents to better their circle, are there any no-nos about finding a mentor and seeking mentorship? Any things that you guys advise against?
I would say, I definitely would say one is, you want to check a mentor's, at some point in time, you want to check their receipts. There are a lot of mentors out here, selling programs, selling different things. And, they've never sold a home before, or they never sold a home at the amount that you may want to sell for, which doesn't mean they may not have good suggestions or good insight. But you kind of want to look into your mentor's, past to see, okay, is this somebody that I should be listening to, in my opinion? Cause I know realtors who have fallen into that trap, personally, where, this one person said they can mentor them, and they don't know anything about real estate. Yeah. Right. Or they have absolutely no receipts. So I think that's an important part.
Yeah. I would say if you're looking for a mentor, I'm going to come from a completely different spectrum, right? If you're looking for a mentor, you need to check your motivation.
Yeah.
Right. Because you don't want to waste other people's time. Right. So let's say that there's someone that you want to work with. Are you really willing to do the work?
Yeah.
Because people will want to be in proximity to power, right? They want to be in proximity to people that are actually doing it. But how is your work ethic on the back end? Right. Are you really willing to put in the type of work that mentor put in, to get those type of results? Or do you just want to fan out and be around the power, right?
Yeah, because I've seen that quite a bit as well. Yeah.
Different organizations have mentorship programs in which perhaps shadowing is one of the tasks or things that the mentee is required or recommended to do. How do you feel about shadowing? I've had agents in the past who are getting their license and they want to shadow and they want to be a part. I don't remember doing that, and I'm not trying to pass judgment on anyone who wants to go ask someone who's been a realtor for a long time to shadow.
Yeah,
may I shadow you? I just don't remember doing that. How do you guys feel about having someone shadow you?
I think there's nothing wrong with it, but I think it goes back to what Luke was saying, right? I can't want it more than you want it. Like, I can't want you to be more successful than you want to be successful for yourself, right? Because it's like, we see all the realtors that go to these events. They want to know how to be on video. They want to know how to cold call. They want to know how to door knock. They want to know how to do open houses, whatever the event is for, right? We see tons of realtors. And what's the percentage of them that actually do it?
It's
what's
low,
the percentage
man.
of
That's the problem.
Very low.
You got 2, 3, 4, 5, sometimes thousands of realtors in the building. I've witnessed it many times before myself, right?
Yeah.
And I have a technique where I basically, long story short, I asked all the realtors in the building to follow me if they want links that I use, or if they want to know the cameras I use, they want to use different things. Follow me on Instagram. I will DM you, right? So I get all these people that follow me. I then DM them, but I never see a large group of them actually doing what I gave you the key. No gatekeep. When I get on stage, like I let God use me. What do you want me to say? How do you want me to bring this across to the realtors? But it's such a small amount of realtors that actually take action.
That's okay. So hopefully I'm not wrong by, we judge people. You can say it's not good to judge. This is how we pre-qualify. It's not necessarily judging people. It's just trying to get a read. Right?
Yeah, that's a better word. Yeah, get a read.
And I will say the times that I was asked to mentor or allow someone to shadow me, I feel like it was never enough.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I've showed you, and are you going to mimic what I've done? And when I've let them be on their merry way, that didn't happen.
Yeah.
It was always, well, I need help learning how to fill this out.
Yeah.
I need help learning how to do this, or you know what, I just can't, it was always like, I can't do this on my own sort of thing. There's two kinds of people. So I will say this, if we have an action item for a lot of new agents out there who want to level up their circle and include a mentor in that. My recommendation is to do a DISC assessment on yourself.
Yes.
Go do a DISC assessment. Learn more about you. If you are a high D or I, chances are a mentor and someone that you can shadow will be a brilliant move for you, because you'll actually go off and do that stuff. Now, because there are actual activities, production activities that we do. And a lot of it's picking up the phone and calling people and having real estate conversations. If you find yourself to be an SC and you're asking someone if you can shadow them on showings or, making calls or whatever, just know yourself. There's a good chance that you're not going to be happy making those calls and outreaches. And it may be all for naught. I don't know. You may not do it. Like Daniel said, there's a good amount of you that will see this video and will absorb. And after this video, you're going to move on to the next bit of content on YouTube, Instagram, or whatever, and you're going to want to continue to absorb. I'm telling you now, get off and go do.
Go do.
I can tell you from a broker standpoint, right? Because I was a broker owner for years, and I would have new agents that would come on. That's the first thing that most new realtors want to do. They got to be a YouTube video out there, something that's telling everybody that find you a mentor and then go shadow them. I'm not talking down mentors. You need somebody in the business that have already walked that path that can show you exactly what to do. But when new realtors get into the business, what they mean by shadowing is they want to follow you around the home.
Correct.
You can actually do that. You can learn how to do that on HGTV. This is a kitchen.
That's how I learned.
This is a bathroom.
That's how I learned.
Go out and learn some of the materials that you can talk about. But what you're really saying, what I'm really hearing is, if you want to learn this business, you don't want to shadow. You need to get into the thick of things.
Right.
Correct.
You need to get into the weeds, learn how, like you were just saying, learn about cold calling, learn about door knocking, learn about attracting clients. That's the real activity that's actually going to bring clients your way. And what most agents really don't realize is like I always say, you learn more on your way than when you start. So you're not just gonna follow me around and watch me open up a lockbox and then go out and get it. Because Dan said something that was critical. Most people they ain't gonna do it anyway.
They're not gonna do it anyway.
Right?
No.
And one of my mentors told me that people who don't pay attention. That comes with money and that comes with action. If you don't put your action in as a payment, you don't pay attention. If you just follow me around and just watch what I'm doing, you're not paying attention. Now, if you want to shadow me and I'm saying, hey, we finna fat finger this phone, and we're gonna smile and dial. Now you can shadow me doing that. Now you're not just gonna watch me. You have to get in here and learn. So you're gonna watch me make one phone call, and then you're gonna make the next.
You're gonna make the next,
right? And even if you don't know what to say, even if you trip up, you learn that way. You get your cadence that way.
This is, I'll just shoot it back to to our experience. I mean, the reason why I hang out with these guys is because they're action takers.
Yeah.
And they encourage and motivate me to do more action.
Mm-hmm.
You want to hang around individuals to where it's very friendly, almost very friendly competition, or friendly, it's a friendly way of them making sure that you're leveling up and you're staying on point. That's if you really want to have a successful real estate business.
Yeah.
I was talking to an individual not too long ago, and she had said something like, "Yeah, I've been watching your videos for so long, and I really want to do what you're doing." She's like, "I just kind of need a little bit of handholding. I just need my hand." I said, "Listen. I definitely am here to help you out, but I cannot hold your hand."
Yeah.
You said that?
I said, "I cannot hold." I said, "I cannot hold your hand."
I said,
"Now I'm all about giving out value.
Mm-hmm.
We have Monday, Wednesday, and Friday calls.
Mm-hmm.
We have an audience that watches us now on our podcast.
Mm-hmm.
We give out monthly training courses. The broker we're associated with has many different classes. Like, it's a lot of stuff going. All the information on Google, all the information on YouTube. Like, it's so much stuff out there. But if you want to be associated with me or the type of individual I have, you have to show that you're willing to put forth the effort, and you got to be willing to show that you at least want to be locked in. Yes, you're going to learn. Yes, you're going to, you're going to be, forced to get out your comfort zone. But you got to prove to not only others but to yourself that you're ready to do that.
Yeah.
So this wasn't at one point comfortable for us. Like, it wasn't always that comfortable. But now we're like, we get it out. Like, we're getting it out.
Yeah.
We know the business. We've been in long enough. We know what our goals and aspirations are.
Mm-hmm.
Just do it. Just do it.
Yeah, that goes back to our topic for today, proximity. And a lot of people are saying, like this individual that you were talking about, they were saying that, hey, I need you to hold my hand. No, you don't need me to hold your hand, because I say all the time, more is caught than taught.
Yeah.
More is caught than taught. I can be sitting around these individuals. I can sit around Tommy. I can sit around Dan. They don't even have to tell me exactly what to do, but there are things that I'm going to pick up. Right.
Yeah,
and there are things that you will pick up just by being in the proximity of those that are doing exactly what you want to do.
Yeah. 100%.
Man, yeah. It's we're not here to discourage anyone.
Oh,
but,
no, of course not at all.
But it's really important that you, if we're going to help you, the new agent or newer agent, to have sustained success, it's going to be really important that you understand that you don't put your someone in a senior position to you in an awkward position. I don't think that we are going to mind helping you on paperwork. Paperwork can be a son of a gun, right?
Yeah.
Following around on showings is not necessary.
No, not at
all. I personally think that's crossing the line. You don't need to follow anyone around on a showing for what? To learn how we talk about how this kitchen looks, or
right. Yeah.
Like, there's nothing that you could pick up there that you don't already know.
Exactly.
Paperwork is different. If we want to talk paperwork, do you agree with that? Like, there's a line that it's like unsaid. I can't remember anyone in the past ever actually talking about this.
Yeah.
I think that is a line crossed, asking to shadow someone on showings.
Yeah, I have had, because we've all been in the business for a while, but I would say in the early, like 2013, 2014, I've actually had agents follow me around. It's like having a fifth wheel.
Yeah,
it's like having to explain to my client, but they're trying. This person is literally following you around the house, listening to you explain Here's a bedroom. Here's a bathroom. That's why I'm of the mind now. You can watch HGTV
for that
to figure that out. You can watch YouTube to figure that out. You know, I could understand stepping into the luxury space.
You can follow my channel if you want. You can follow my channel.
I can understand you wanting to know. You wanted to know different materials and things of that nature, but that's where research comes in at. You know, and a lot of people want to do the shadowing because they're really fearful of stepping out there. That's why you said
that's what it is.
It would never end.
But they're fooling themselves.
Yeah,
you're exactly. They're fooling themselves.
Yeah. But you give yourself a real opportunity to put on your big boy pants when you actually step out there and you stumble and you figure it out, right? I would rather you go out there and figure out and come back to me and say, Luke, I did this, this, and this, but it didn't work. And I can say, okay, well, that was wrong. You know, at least you're trying, you know, the old adage is what God gives to those who work, right? Go out and work. Right. And even if you stumble and fall, you'll figure it out. You come back to your mentor and we'll actually tell you exactly what to do. But at least we see you're taking action.
And this is, like I said, I'm glad Tommy said, we're not trying to discourage anyone.
No.
We do lots of training. We've given our time and expertise to literally thousands of realtors. So we're all about helping out. But there does become a point where you can tell a realtor is kind of using almost the mentor as a crutch.
Yes.
Like, you know, trying to make themselves feel like they've done something for the day. You know, don't go to an event or go to a training class to check off a box like, okay, I did this, like it's really making you some money if you're not really willing to put forth the work. There's a lot of people that do that.
Yeah.
You know, they go to the meetings, they're in the circle just to feel like they're being productive.
Like they're a part of something.
Yeah, it does that doesn't mean anything. You know, I learned, you know, the difference between quartz and quartzite and marble and onyx and laminate flooring and engineered wood flooring and hardwood scrape flooring and tray ceilings. I learned that from watching YouTube videos.
Yeah,
What's this? And if I didn't know something, I would ask a representative in a model home. Hey, you know what? Is that quartz or quartzite? You know, or you know, what is quartzite? You know, what is it? What is it? You know, and so you ask these questions, that way you can be knowledgeable and you can speak it intelligently on video or with your client.
Now, as we speak about mentorship, accountability, if you're looking for these things in the right circle around you, we want you to visit huntglobalcollective.com. That's where you have the opportunity to connect with us and our organization. So again, huntglobalcollective.com. And we're going to continue this talk on upgrading your inner circle. So gentlemen, what behaviors attract high-level people or attributes? I'm gonna add on to the question, behavior and attributes. I'm going to start off. I'm just going to go ahead and say self-awareness.
Okay.
Full-on self-awareness. I love people that are self-aware.
Yeah.
They understand personal space. Yeah. They understand social norms. I hate to talk about like just simple things, but these social norms can't be taken for granted anymore. There's just some people that don't understand, like, okay, this time or this conversation has expired. Yeah.
It's time to put a button in it.
Wrap it up. Why are we still hanging around? I got nothing else left to say. You know, you are going to make your clients feel uncomfortable.
Right. That's very true.
If you don't pick up on social norms. So just self-awareness, and I don't know. That might be kind of bullying people because not everyone has it, but it is what it is.
Everyone doesn't have it, but you have a point. You drive a point.
Yeah. It's good you definitely want to learn that self-awareness sooner than later, right? Yeah. You want to learn it sooner than later, so you're not the one that's creating awkward situations. You know, and making your, like you were saying, making your clients feel awkward, making those that you want to be connected to or those that you have recently connected to feel awkward, because it's like, okay, the conversation is done, buddy. Like, why are you just sitting here? You know?
Right.
So, but I think one attribute, thank you for adding in attributes. Yeah. But I think one attribute, and the question was for those that are seeking proximity, right? I think one attribute that is very crucial is hunger.
Yeah.
is hunger. You don't have to know how to do it. You don't even have to know what to do. You just got to be hungry enough to want to go out there and eat. Right? If you're hungry enough, I mean, that will draw opportunity to you in itself, because you'll see, mentors will see like, hey, man, that guy has drive. That young lady has drive. They're hungry for it.
100%. We got some hungry agents on our team and in our organization that, a couple come to mind, come right to mind where, man, they ask me, how to do something, or, they ask me what has been my, what have I been able to accomplish, or how I was able to attract certain clients, right? I tell them exactly what I'm doing, and I give them some tips or give them some different tricks, and they go out and do it. You see them doing it, and you see them doing it consistently. And then they're sending you text messages like, hey, asking little quick questions. You tell them, and you see them implementing it right away, constantly. It makes you want to help them even more. It makes you want to give them more and more opportunities, because they're gonna do it.
They're gonna
do it. They're hungry.
Do something with it because they're hungry. Yes.
The whole hunger thing can also be translated into someone who's out there trying new things, that getting outside their comfort zone. Doing things for the first time, because then you're starting to get into a person that adds value to the mentor, right?
Yes.
Because we market in a way that there's a lot of things that we can, pretty much set our watch to that are going to work. But it's not always a perfect science. So if you're coming to the table saying, hey, I tried this, it didn't work, that I never would have thought to do that, but thank you. Yeah, I tried this and it worked. Look at my results. And you're like, okay, hunger, right?
Hunger,
and trying things, doing things on your own, whether you're, you found this out on through ChatGPT or YouTube or whatever. Just a person who is a doer. A person who is a doer. That is a way to attract a high level person. All doers really enjoy other doers.
Other doers, 100%. I mean, I'm not a professional, podcast speaker. Like I'm not a professional interviewer, right? This is, we've been doing this for a while, but we're learning as we go. As we always say, we're
building the plane
as
we fly.
We fix the plane as we flying it, right? So, but we're doing it. We know how we want to connect with realtors. I think we're very clear on how we want to do that. And we're doing it, and we're going to figure it out as we go. We know some things that work. We do know a lot of things that work. But I'm first to tell you, I don't know everything that works. I'm finding it out as I go. I'm finding out as I go.
I just to add to that too, with something that Tommy was just saying, like the difference between a doer and someone that's not a doer is, I said this before, is somebody that's trying. So when they come back to you and say, I tried this, it didn't work. Yeah, that's why. Because you weren't hungry enough. If you ain't hungry, you ain't trying to get some food. You going to get some food.
This being our first live, how long did it take us to actually go live, Daniel, today? It took us about maybe an hour, guys, for us to figure out how to go live with all these cameras and stuff. But, we determined to figure this out. Like, just keep going until we figure it out. So, 100%.
If we were trying, we would have quit and went home because we tried it, right? No, we're doers. We actually kept going until we figured it out, and we had another solution. If that wasn't going to work, we still were going to do.
But the good feeling about it is once you keep going until you figure it out, it makes the next time so much easier.
Oh man,
right? I mean, we figured it out. We have it. We had some disruption with the channel just this week, right? But we figured it out, and it just makes it so much easier for next time.
Definitely.
So much easier.
So the last question: how do you know when your circle is elevating you or holding you back?
I'm gonna let you go on, Lucas. I know what I'm gonna say. Go ahead,
man. Let me say this. My mom used to say this, and this is, I'm always looking at like reverse ends of the spectrum. You said whether your circle is elevating you or holding you back. My mom used to tell me this, used to make me itch. She used to say, son, birds of a feather flock together.
Yeah.
Birds of a feather flock together. You are the sum total of your 5 closest friends. You are the sum total in business of your 5 closest associates. So the question is, how do you know if they're holding you back? They're holding you back if you're holding them back, and you're surrounded by people that are not advancing.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, now in every circle, everyone is not going to be advancing.
Right.
But how hungry are the people that you're surrounded with?
Yeah.
You know, do you see the hunger in them? You know, one of the guys on our team, he says this often in prayer. He says, God, I pray that, you know, with these group of men, that iron sharpens iron, right? Are you being sharpened? You know, even in the times when you're dull, can those around you notice that you're dull and say, hey, come over here, man, let me put you to the side, let me sharpen you? Are they willing to pour into you even when you're empty? You know, and vice versa. You could be in the circle and you could be the one that's dragging, you know, you could be dragging the entire circle down because you're not adding value. You're not sharpening those around you. You're just leeching, right? So you want to be one that is actually sharpening. And then when you get dull, you want to be one that can be sharpened. So if you're not experiencing that, you know, and it seems like nobody in your circle is advancing, that's how you know you're in the wrong circle. It's time to get out of there.
Yeah, no, 100%, 100%. I think. I'm just going to, talk currently with me, man. It's hard for me to go to sleep at night a lot of times. Like, it's hard to go to sleep at night. It really is, because I'm thinking about what I'm trying to build with my brothers and sisters. You know, from all walks of life.
Yes.
From all walks of life, right?
Yeah.
I literally am up late at night because I know that people are depending on me, but it's different because I know it's certain individuals that are depending on us that I know are worthy of it.
Yeah.
You know, it's not a bunch of leeches that's just trying to just take. You know, we
Yes,
have
man.
people in our organization that are eager to give. They're eager to speak. They're eager to help. Yeah. Right. And so when you have individuals like that in your organization, man, it makes you be like, man, I can't be caught slipping. I don't want to be doing just enough. Yeah. You know, what can I do to give back? What can I do to make sure that I'm on point? Or what can I do to level up? What I need to do to give other people opportunities. Exactly. You know, to level up themselves for them and their family. So that's what it is for me, man. I've noticed probably in the last almost 6 months, man. You know, I've been trying to figure some things out health wise. Like, I gotta get some sleep because sometimes when I wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning, it's like thinking about it's hard to go back to sleep. So I'm thinking about, man, what are we going to be able to do for everybody that's in the organization? And how we can just level up, period. So,
yeah, I don't sleep good either.
Yeah, man.
For me, I think it's a good practice to assess the problems in your life from time to time. What solutions are you trying to arrive at? And if you have a better set of problems than you did the previous year, they may be bigger, solutions, but you're moving forward. There's very rarely, especially in real estate, are there seasons of bliss. But if you are truly pushing forward, and you are surrounding yourself with a good group of people, you will have a better set of problems than you did in the previous in the previous season. So, for instance, in a previous season, you may just be trying to figure out how you're going to scale your business. Easy one. A lot of seasoned agents arrive there. If you're then in the next season trying to figure out a problem, for instance, like Dan is having a tough time getting asleep. You're trying to figure out, how am I contributing to the legacy and lives of 100 agents? Good problem to have. You've elevated. Pay attention.
You've elevated.
Pay attention.
Yes.
Okay. That would say that you've done something well. You've taken a step forward. The people around you, including the people around you, have thrust you forward into a new and better situation. So pay attention to the solutions that you're trying to arrive at. What's keeping you up at night? Mm-hmm. How is that different than it was in the previous season?
Yeah, because before it was a different keep me up at night than what it is now. Before it was you not knowing maybe how to invest your money as you're making money. Yeah, it's a problem, but I'd rather have that problem than not having money to invest,
exactly.
right? Or some people are afraid to be success because they're afraid of what success brings. They're afraid of maybe they may have tax problems, or maybe they may have people that they're in relationships with may start to treat them different. I've experienced that where people start to think that, oh, you think you're too, you think you're better because I don't have the time that I once had many years ago. Leisure time to just do meaningless things. Well, I'm a different individual. Like I've leveled up. Those things don't, I'm not motivated by those things. You know what I mean? But a lot of people are afraid to be successful because they know that there's certain individuals that might fall off. Like that's a big thing for individuals, you know. But you have to want it more than that. You have to not be ready to not worried about who's gonna still be on your team or not. Like you'll find the right people, you'll attract the right people once you level up. The right people will see it.
This is the truth.
Yeah, they'll see it.
Guys, you have anything else you want to hit these agents with? I mean, there's going to be so many people that see this that are just getting their license, got their license.
Yeah, definitely.
And they're looking for that I mean, we've given them a lot, but is there anything you want to sign off with?
Yeah, definitely. We are at the end of 2025, coming into 2026, regardless of when you're watching this video. And we know realtors all the time are evaluating their lives at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Stretching themselves for their goals for the coming year, right? So as you stretch yourself for 2026, you need to ask yourself who you're surrounding yourself with, right? Are they adding value to you? Are you adding value to them? Everything that you heard Dan say, everything that you heard Tommy say, is all about adding value to each other. Your circle should be adding value to you, and you should be growing. If you are not growing, regardless of where you are in the United States, our brokerage, our organization has agents all over the United States. So when we say if you want to see what it looks like to work with us, it doesn't matter if you're in Wyoming, if you're in New York, if you're in Florida, if you're in South Carolina, we want to work with you. We have agents in our organization all over the country. So go to the link that's in the description, huntglobalcollective.com, and schedule a consultation with us, a private meeting, and we would be more than happy to add you to our circle. To add you to our circle and help your business grow as well. And that's all I got to say.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much a mic drop. I don't really have much to say behind that. I mean, if you're definitely looking to be an action taker for 2026, we would love to speak with you. Information in description and pinned to the top of the chat. We'd love to have you a part of our family. I think that was a pretty good episode.
Chunk and deuces.
We will see you next time.
See you next